Hello everyone and welcome to the Opinion Pod. This is episode 1, brought to you by the people. I'm Logs and this is Spud.
And today we have our first guest of the first ep, two-time world champion, captain of the under-24 women's team, all-time tight ab enthusiast, Rebecca Deen.
Woo! Hello, thanks for having me. I'm good.
How was the travel straight after Worlds? I heard you didn't come straight home, you were lucky enough to have an extended break.
Yeah, I went and did some relaxing with my parents, which was nice for 5 days after.
Where did you go for that?
We went to Langkawi, which is like a nice little island in Malaysia, just to chill out. Yeah.
Nice.
It's good.
So our first question we have for you is, who was the single most influential person to you during your campaign? From the start, from the first training camp, was there someone all the way back there?
That's a big question to open with.
That is a big question.
I feel like the first person that comes to mind is Emma Ray.
Yeah.
I feel like she's always been my hockey idol, and I feel like she's a lot of people's hockey idols, but also like as a player, as a coach, as a person, as a leader, like I really look up to her.
Hey, Logan's too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I reckon she's honestly like one of the most inspirational people in hockey, right?
She is.
She's a hockey mastermind.
Yeah.
I reckon.
So in saying that, is there anyone else that stood out to you?
Also, I mean, not hockey people, but my parents have given me a lot of support throughout, I guess, all of my hockey. Means a lot.
That's nice.
Yeah. Well, shout out to my parents.
Okay, so we got a bit more relaxing question.
Mm-hmm.
You got your microscope, your microscope.
Yeah.
What did your microscope spot at the opening ceremony? Who was the hottest under-24s team on the market?
I didn't use my microscope. I passed my microscope on to the next generation.
Oh,
yeah.
I passed it on to Georgina. Georgina Hutley was spying herself some boys.
She had a couple microscopes.
Yeah, she did.
You had the blurred goggles on. You didn't have eyes for
I
anyone.
took a back seat.
Yeah.
I was watching all the youngins
Have their fun.
You've
had your fun,
of passage. Yeah, I'm an old one now.
Yeah.
I'm a veteran of
we're
these.
ancient.
So what was the verdict? If we're like sending this worldwide, like what was the verdict? What was the,
Oh, for the
If you had
microscope?
to pick the hottest team, who was it? Under 24 boys, of course.
Yeah.
No, I would say the Spanish boys were.
Not our boys.
No.
Oh,
No.
so confident in your answer as well.
We joked that the 24 boys were our hockey boyfriends and the Spanish boys were the hockey husbands.
Oh, I see.
The long time.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So what was your best moment on the tournament? Best hockey moment?
Obviously winning the medal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty big moment. That was pretty cool. Yeah, our final was
for your final,
special.
you like demolished them in the final, right?
Yeah.
So like, was there a moment that you're like, we've got like, before the time was up, you were like already celebrating, or was it?
I feel like the scoreline didn't reflect that final. Like it was 2-0 or something at halftime.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty stressful, but I remember Georgia, like in the last like 2 or 3 minutes, we were like 5 goals up, I think. And she was like, you guys are world champs.
Yeah.
Like you've won.
And
Like,
when we were commentating, it was the same thing. It was like, they've got this in the bag. Like,
it
it
was
was a
kind
bit
of
of a blowout.
yeah. The last couple minutes, that's when it like sunk in. And Georgia was like, go have fun. Like go play some fun hockey now.
So right up until the last couple of minutes, you guys still thought they could come back.
Well, I mean, we just treated it like nil all the whole time.
Yeah.
And just like kept that intensity going.
And was that actually the most fun 2 minutes of hockey?
Yeah, it
you ever
was.
played?
Yeah.
Like, that's good.
So
Go out there,
was that your favourite game? Or did you have a different favourite?
Yeah, I feel like that was my favourite game. I love finals hockey, so it's always like lots of energy, lots of hype. But yeah, that was our favourite game.
Is that your favourite game compared to last Worlds as well? Or did you have a closer or like more favourite game in the last Worlds you went to?
Like under 19 Worlds?
Yeah.
Under 19 Elite. You've done it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Elites was really different because the games were a lot closer.
Yeah.
Whereas our under 19 and this one, the score lines were a lot bigger. And I feel like this Worlds we played some like pretty textbook hockey. Like it was fun.
Yeah.
Fun
it
hockey.
Really clean.
Yeah.
You guys didn't lose a game at all.
No, we had one game, like our second game against France, which was 4-3, and that was, I think that was a good like second game to like warm us up and
So a bit tough.
Yeah.
Good
And
practice.
you guys were like rattled by sickness, right? Was that like food poisoning, or was it? Like, we all heard that like you guys were sick.
We kind of like tried to not, talk about it too much, like on our socials and in our updates. But
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw our last update on Instagram.
No,
Of
maybe.
like
I remember seeing it, but
all
not
the team
details.
spews and the team
Oh,
sickness.
yuck.
We did a tally. But yeah, there was like four or five people that had full on like food poisoning or gastro. We don't know what it
Oh,
was.
God.
We still don't know what it was, but they were out for like 24 hours,
And
vomiting.
Like word on the street was from the dinner before or after the ceremony, the opening ceremony, or somewhere around that time?
I don't know, because two people went down like real quick after opening ceremony, and then there was a few more like a few days later. So I don't know if it was the same thing, or if it was food, or if it was a bug. I don't know, because there was apparently like the refs had it and other
really?
teams had it. Yeah.
Oh,
So we
shit.
thought it was like a virus, and like the whole house was a bit on edge.
Yeah,
you know,
you
like
would be.
who's
Who's
gonna
gonna
get
come
the
down
next?
next?
Did you come down with it? Or you went one of the
No,
ones?
I was pretty unscathed. Yeah.
Really? So
Yeah.
wait, so how many in total came down with it?
I reckon 4 or 5 were bad.
Yeah.
And then
Like
there
ruled
was
out
some
for the
other.
day
Yeah.
or two?
We didn't have our whole team, like team plus managers at the pool until our semis. There was
Holy
always
moly.
someone left at home.
Like, were they either sick or looking after the people who were sick?
Yeah. they
That's
were
crazy.
sick,
Not
yeah.
even coming to the pool.
Yeah. No, because they were like bedridden.
Who do you reckon got it the worst? Who was out for the longest?
Probably the first two, which was Claire and Eloise.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They had a bit of a rough time. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, on a lighter note, did you have like a highlight that wasn't hockey related of the trip? Like, what was the moment that you look back on? Just like everyone having a good time, you know, with your team.
I feel like it's just like generally like hanging out at like a villa. Like we had a massive house with like a big pool, so we were all just like hanging out there after our games in the pools, just
And if you had to
chatting away.
compare that villa to some other reality TV show, what comparison would you make it to?
It was the Love Island
It
Villa.
was for sure.
We called it the Love Island Villa. Yeah.
Yeah, the photos
It
just
was.
looked incredible. Like,
Yeah.
we're just
Yeah.
sitting here in the cold.
Yeah, it was such a treat.
And so, what was the temperatures over there like?
Like 35 degrees daily. Yeah.
Humid or?
Very, very humid.
Oh.
Yeah.
And is that
It
too
was-
hot?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
sounds
too hot.
hot.
It was too hot. It was nice when you're like in the pool, but out of the pool and at the like actual pool complex, it was.
So that in
Boiling.
the pool complex was hot too.
Yeah.
But then the pool was a nice.
The pool was nice, but then as soon as you get out the pool, you're like sweating.
Oh, really?
Again,
You can't cool
constantly.
down?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's too hot. But yeah.
that's not fun. I don't think I'd cope in
No.
that kind of heat.
No, like
I would die.
I prefer the cold.
Yeah, let's have a winter worlds and then go away for the summer
Yeah.
holiday.
Well, when we
afterwards.
went, it was in Hobart,
Yeah.
which was nice.
Yeah.
Like, there was snow. It was snowing during
Yeah.
the winter. But nah, I couldn't do the heat.
Yeah, we were just at our like accommodation with the heat pumps going 24/7.
Oh, just full
Oh, yeah.
AC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
full
So
AC.
that was fine when you were.
It was fine at home, and we
Yeah.
tried not to like hang around the pool so much because it was so hot. So we
So
went
did
back.
that suck kind of from a supporter aspect? You couldn't
Yeah, yeah.
I guess it wasn't in your interest to support the other teams, but you wanted to.
Yeah, we watched a few of like the big games of like the other like NZ teams, but we watched a lot from home.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
It was, yeah,
Did you tune into a certain
we did. We did.
certain YouTube?
We watched the good old Pinion Pod.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the atmosphere like?
It was crazy,
Because we could
yeah.
see all the supporters, but
Yeah.
like we couldn't hear them. Obviously.
Yeah.
There was a lot of supporters, and there was a lot of supporters from France as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was heaps of them with the like vuvuzela things
Yeah,
going
yeah.
off. Yeah,
Well, France and New Zealand were like the two top teams of the tournament.
Yeah.
right? 'Cause they
Three
like,
in each.
3 in each final,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
and then Australia peppered in there too. So
So what? And with the pool complex, was it? If you just were to compare it to Hobart, that was where you did your under-19s worlds, right?
No, it was
Oh,
Sheffield,
did
but I
you?
have
Sheffield,
been to
true.
Hobart for Ryan.
And how would
But-
you compare it to those pools?
I think my favourite pool was last year's Gold Coast because it was outdoors.
Oh, you like
That
the
was-
outdoor pool?
Yeah, I love the outdoor pool. It was so nice. But I think they're the same, Sheffield versus Kuala Lumpur.
Okay.
Same.
because it looks like the hockey in Asia is like building up. So I think we're gonna
Yeah.
have like a lot
Some
more
more
tournaments
teams coming through.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like there might just be
countries.
like a hub of all tournaments because that's like I think they're flooding money into.
It kind of makes sense. It's kind of more in the middle than like We don't have to go all the
Yeah.
way to Europe. Europe doesn't have to come all the way to Australia.
Kind of like a centre point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of would make sense for them to do
I
that.
think there's like the Asia Games on at the moment
Oh, really?
as well. Yeah.
Oh,
We got a bit of commentating to do, maybe.
Yeah. Another tournament.
All right, so we've got a bit of a game we've sorted out here.
Oh no.
I don't know if you ever, maybe you're too young, you ever watched that TV show where it's like home renovations in America and they park the bus in front of the house and then reveal it?
Too young.
Too young?
Yeah. So it's
Well,
like-
we've called that show Name That Rig. And we've got a
So-
couple photos here of
Oh.
your counterparts, the under 24 men's team.
And you have to try and name that rig. It'll be anonymously posted.
Yep.
Okay.
And this was all consensual.
Oh.
Oh, Logan. Whose rig is that?
That's not a rig.
Oh, whoa! That's harsh. Who was it?
I don't know.
You have to take a guess, take a stab.
That's not tight enough abs for you.
I don't know. Zach?
Oh!
There he is.
All right. Who's this rig?
Sam?
Sam. We thought you might have got this one. An old flame. All right.
Ooh,
Who's
back
that?
shot.
Twiggy?
Wiggling straight away, eh?
Well, who's
Marshall?
that? Sam Marshall.
You know those V lines, eh? All
I
right.
saw the togs on Thursday.
A bit late. All right, there he is, looking good. Who's that?
Thomas.
Oh, I thought maybe the Togs would give it away, but I think you might be surprised.
Oh, Thomas is back though as well.
Jackson looking very cute.
Jackson normally only wears his New Zealand togs.
That is true.
That is true. Surprise,
With an arm
surprise.
sleeve.
Oh,
Oh, who
That's
is
Thomas.
That's Thomas, yes. Bodybuilder.
wow. Look at the rig on him.
Yeah, that's a rig and a half. He looks like he's done that many times, to be fair. The facials as well.
Oh, yeah, he had a good
Look at
time
the pins on the man. Massive quads. All right, so we've got another question for you. And what did captain mean? What did being captain mean to you?
Oh, it was pretty special, I think, especially being like my last 24s as well. It's
yeah.
pretty cool, and being one of the older players, it was cool. And doing it with like Greta and Eloise, who were our vices as well, was really
I
really
guess you
cool.
played
and
a
fun.
lot of hockey with those girls as well.
Yeah, especially like as well the younger girls that are coming through the team as well. Like we've been seeing them coming up for a few years, so it's cool to be able to lead them.
Yeah,
as
did
well.
you enjoy the kind of mentoring side to an extent?
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
Did you have any, I should have done a research, did you have any role as like vice or captain in your first Worlds?
No.
So this was totally new to
Totally
you, I guess.
new,
Oh,
yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, cool
And-
opportunity.
And is it something you'd want to do again?
Yeah, it was a really like positive experience and
And
fun.
so, in a leading question, would you play elites again?
It's the plan.
Oh, so
Yeah.
there we go. We might have our future captain right here.
Yeah, future
She said
captain.
she wants to do it.
2027.
Let's see if she can.
We'll see.
Well, you've got Fast 5 coming up, right?
Yeah, a
So-
couple weekends.
So
Yeah,
you've just selected your team, have you, recently?
yeah. Me and Georgia are captains of a team.
Did you do the last one that was around, the last Fast 5 tournaments? No, first one.
Too young for that as well.
Oh,
Yeah, first Fast Fives. It's cool to have that back as
yeah,
well.
this must be like great for women's hockey, this tournament.
Yeah. A lot of like older players are coming back to the sport.
That's
It's
cool.
cool.
Are you happy with your team selection?
Yeah.
It looks pretty strong.
Yep, very pleased.
Think you're going to dominate?
I don't know. That's the plan, but they're all very even teams.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So we won't have a world's
No.
final result. of you.
Or
No.
maybe.
Maybe
She's
from
just
us.
dominant,
but-
and you put her anywhere, she's just going to dominate.
Yeah.
And are you going down to the Club Nationals tournament coming up in October?
Sure am. Yep.
And will you be dominating down there too?
That's the plan. It's always the plan to dominate.
It's a real theme
Yep.
in your life.
With like Worlds going into it, did you think like that was a result? Like, did you think you had the team to do it, or like?
Yeah, I mean, you always go in with that goal in mind
Yeah.
to win, and I knew that we had like a real strong team, especially because we've got a lot of experience in that team, and then we've got like the new guns coming up as well, which is really cool. But yeah, I feel like we were always going to do pretty well. It was just if we were going to get
Yeah.
to that final.
I feel like
Final
for
push.
you have to believe it even more whether you do or don't as captain. Like you
Yeah.
have to sell it to the team that
Yeah.
you think they're the best team as well.
Yeah.
And then I was going to ask, did you at any point in your tournament have a little like, oh, I don't know if we do have it moment?
No, I feel like I was
Ooh.
always pretty confident in the girls. I mean,
Dominate?
Yeah.
the finals are always nerve-wracking because anything can happen.
Yep.
Especially after like experiences last year. Playoffs is always
Yeah.
like, you never know
anyone's
what's going
game.
to go wrong. But
Yep.
no, I feel like our team was solid.
Okay.
Did you have like a hockey moment in the pool, like a skill you pulled off that like completely like you remember it to the like to the moment? Because like a lot of people like completely blank of like actually what happens in the
Yeah.
water.
Mm.
They just remember the results.
A skill that just dominated
Yeah.
someone.
I can't think of a skill, but like a time in the pool, we went to 3-man in our quarters or semis
Yeah.
against Turkey.
Yep.
And it was like 2 minutes to go. We were 3-man in our defense, like in front of our goal bin, getting pushed
Just right on the
back.
opinion wall, and
Yeah.
we were loving it.
We put it there just for you.
Yeah.
We knew, just for the cameras.
So we asked the
And
players to come to the opinion wall.
Send a message over. Did that message hold true? That the opinion wall was the
Yep.
place to be?
over to the cameras.
Yeah.
I had a thought at one point that if we encourage teams too much to play, they might piss off their coaches and bring it to the opinion
Yeah.
wall too much and not actually play their
Away
own
from the
game plan.
coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was a good moment. Like a memorable moment, going to 3-man.
And you held them out.
They didn't score,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can't score when you're being dominated by Becca King.
Nope.
Well, I think that just about concludes our first episode here.
Yeah.
And thank you for coming along and doing this with us. It's been great to have you here.
No worries, thanks for having me.
And we've got a little gift for you. That mug there that you're using, that is yours to take
You
home.
can take it home.
And show off to everyone. Probably take it to work as well.
Yeah. You've been
Yeah.
on the Opinion Pod.
My
Yeah.
prize.
First ever guest on the Opinion Pod. Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that, eh?
All right.
And that's a wrap, people. Thanks for tuning in, and
Yeah, we'll catch you all next week for the next episode of the Opinion Pod.
adios.
See ya.